Because we have so many wonderful people here, and we know that you're hot today, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime occasion, and we're so glad that you're part of it here today. This gentleman, the immediate past chairman of the Hollywood Walk of Fame Committee, was very instrumental in the campaign for the Three Stooges star. I know that when he and Bill Welch were together, and I dropped the 15 or 20,000 signatures, however many we ended up with, on their desk, he was just charmed by it all because they have been big fans. So let's have a big round of applause for Mr. William F. Hertz.
Thank you very much, Gary. Aren't you proud to be a part of this celebration? This is really tremendous. You know, we've had the privilege of chairing the Walk of Fame Committee for 12 years, and we've inscribed and dedicated over 202 stars over that period. But today marks the biggest crowd in that history of over 12 years. There's really something out there, ladies and gentlemen. Really a marvelous thing. On behalf of the Walk of Fame Committee and, of course, the Chamber of Commerce, it's here, and you're part of it. Congratulations to you, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. We have no way of knowing, because there are so many thousands of folks out here today, who is actually here and who isn't here. But I know you're here. I know you're here. I can hear you. You're here. As a matter of fact, I was going to mention that Adam West at the Buffalo barbecue was bobbing for Buffalo. You remember Buffalo Bob? Thank you. Mark C. Bloom wants time. Well, we've ignored them. There's Manny, Mo, and Jack already here today. This gentleman, and I don't know if he's here yet or not. I know he was planning on coming. The producer of 136 and director of 103 of the Stooge films, Mr. Jules White. The problem is, by the time we find out, it may be 15 minutes going through the crowd, so I'd like to acknowledge it. And I would also like to acknowledge a wonderful man and a great Stooge director also. These were the two primary Stooge directors, as you know, Mr. Eddie Burns. Mr. Burns. Okay. We would like to introduce Jerome Howard's closest relatives. Of course, that's Curly. Yes, certainly. The Stooges writer, Mr. Elwood Ullman. Is Mr. Ullman here with us today? Yes, all right. Instead of me just asking, are they here today, I think if they're here, if they're close enough to the microphones and the cameras, we'll just have them pop up for a second. Curly Howard's family, Mo's son and grandchildren are here today. Come on up, gang.
To share very briefly, as son of Mo, I actually had, there were two Mo's. There was my father and Mo the Stooge. Mo the father was a very loving person. Mo the Stooge, it was a little hard to adjust to that kind of fame. I didn't know whether my buddies, is about a penny, whether they were coming over to see me or see my father. So if somebody said, "Hey, Paul, what does your father do?" I would say, he's a meter reader for Pacific Gas and Electric. That lasted for a long time until I was privileged, under a series of circumstances, to go up to Northern Illinois University and be guest of honor at a comedy week, where I found out how much they loved the Three Stooges. Incredible. They loved Mo, and they loved Shemp, and they loved Larry, and Curly, and Joe Besser, and Joe DeRita. And now, I can tell you, it's quite a thrill to embrace Mo, the fan, for the first time in my life. Both Mo's are absolutely incredible to me, and I just want to acknowledge all of you for being here. I salute you.
Okay. Shemp's daughter-in-law and grandchildren are here today. Shemp of the Three Stooges, as you know, and Larry's grandchildren are here too. As a matter of fact, what I would like to do, come on up, gang. Thank you, dear.
Well, I'm very happy to be here and to see so many people love the Stooges so much. It's a very big honor to see everybody loves the Stooges as much as we love them. I'm sure they're happy looking down and seeing all of the thrill that's going on today. Thank you.
Grandchildren, big round of applause over here.
Thank you all. Thank you. It really means a lot to me.
On our Three Stooges committee, a lady and her husband that you should know, of course, very well. We've appeared on television many times in our big campaign, and of course, has co-authored the book on the Three Stooges, Joan Howard Moore. Joan, will you come up here, please?
This is short, so I will make you sweat it out. This is a day that my father, Mo, his Stooge partners, and their families have dreamed of. It's a pity that the Stooges were not here to see this, but then maybe they are. If you hear me, Dad, I want you to know that not only are you going to get your star on the Walk of Fame, but this year I sold your canceled checks, everyone with a genuine Mo autograph, and have raised over $30,000 to date. At the end of this year, utilizing these funds, a cancer research lab will be dedicated to you and Mother at the City of Hope. Would never have come to fruition without a lot of very caring fans. So thank you, Gary Owen, Barry Coltnow, Jeff and Greg Lindbergh, and the myriad of Stooge fans. Thank you for making both these dreams of mine a reality.
Thank you, Joan. A very familiar face to anyone who ever watched the Three Stooges comedies. With us right now, Mr. Emil Sitka.
Hi, Gary. I don't know if you know me. My name is Emil Sitka. Yes. Yeah. And I'm sure all of you fans, you're all lovers of the Stooges, right? Let me say, as I said in one comedy, which is a famous line now, hold hands, you lovers. Now, when people ask me, have I been in the Stooges or with, do you know that in 30 years I've been in about 70 roles, 70 separate roles. From the small ones to the big one was featured in Orbit. And to the day that Mo died, we were going to shoot the 5th set of Stooges. Did you know that? We were scheduled to shoot. He died as a Stooge. He did want to be a Stooge to the end. And right now, I know wherever he's at, he was called by the big director up there to join the other Stooges. They needed him. You know, one time, Shemp and I ate at the Brown Derby here, and as we crossed from that sidewalk over there, I noticed that Jules White, the producer, had a star there. I mentioned to Shemp, shouldn't you be having one? And he said, what for? People will only walk on it. But as we all know, that star may wear out someday with all the fans that we have throughout the world. But the fame and the popularity of the Stooges will live on as a legend forever.
Personal manager of the Stooges and producer of many of their motion pictures, and a very creative man, who is also the husband of Joan Howard Moore, Mr. Norman Moore. Come up here, please, Norman.
Pretty tough to follow my wife. He's in charge of this whole thing. Anyway, you notice who the power is here today, the Chamber of Commerce. You notice everybody was sweating in the sun. The minute Bill Welch got up here, bang, it went out. And the minute he left and Gary got back, the sun came out again, right? Well, I don't want to say much, but I as a writer, I don't like to get involved in plagiarism, but I'll have to steal from Adam West and his little description of when he was a kid watching Stooges. I used to go to the Savoy Theater in Brooklyn when I was 11.
And I watched them, and as time moved on, it really was something to become the comic book artist, writer, producer, director, and manager. It's been a marvelous situation for over 30 years. I've never worked with three nicer guys. And to sum up, I just want to say thank you all for coming, because I know if the boys were here, the boys that are gone, because some of them are here, they would say it wasn't really them, it was you guys that did it all over the last 50 years.
We're just a couple minutes away from the great unveiling of the star. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this man came in from many, many miles away. Where, Reseda? No, from back east, I believe. He is the field, well, he's not the field deputy, he's the vice president of the entire Stooges fan club, Mr. Steve Cox. If you'll come out here, Steve.
I'm from St. Louis.
From St. Louis.
Yeah, I thought I lived in odd weather back there, but I'd just like to say a few words to say it's about time. And I'd just like to say I'm glad as many people showed up, and this is just fantastic. And you guys up there, you don't know how crazy you look. Anyway, I'm representing the fan club, and which is just you guys.
Two gentlemen who have been very integral, a part of this whole giant campaign. They're world-famous authors as well as Three Stooges fans, of course. I'd like to introduce them right now. Greg and Jeff Lindbergh. They're wonderful. This is Greg without the mustache and Jeff with the mustache. It's my mustache, unfortunately.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, honored guests. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We just have a few short words. I just wanted to say that, I don't know if you realize it, but it was 8 months ago that the star for the Three Stooges campaign officially began. And although there were many participants, we really owe our sincerest debt of gratitude to the man who was the leader during those many months. A man who sacrificed his time and his talent on behalf of the Three Stooges and on behalf of Three Stooges fans of all ages. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in thanking our fearless leader, our master of ceremonies, Mr. Gary Owen. This is a great honor for me and for Jeff to speak to you during this gala event, because besides having researched the career of the Three Stooges for the past 12 years, we have been fortunate enough to have known 4 of the 6 men whom we honor today. Although Moe and Larry died in 1975, we know that they would have been proud about today's special honor. We also know they would have been proud because their comedy act, the Three Stooges, unlike them, has never died. It lives on television screens and in motion picture revival theaters around the world. This is an amazing feat when one realizes that it was 61 years ago today that the Stooges slapstick shenanigans began. In 1922, when Moe Howard and his older brother Shemp joined comedian Chet Healy and became the Stooges. Just as important as the year 1922 is the year 1983. 1983 marks a new beginning for the Three Stooges. Today, they are finally paid back for those years of laugh-making by receiving a star in the world-famous Hollywood Walk of Fame. This event would not have happened if it wasn't for the comedic skills of 6 talented men, Moe Howard and Larry Fine, the perennial cornerstones of the group, and the 4 clowns who rounded out the 3rd Stooge role, Jerome Curly Howard, Chet Howard, Joe Besser, and Curly Joe Burrito. The Three Stooges would not have remained free, and they would not have remained active as a group for nearly 6 decades in nearly 200 two-reel comedies, 25 feature films, and countless television shows. So today is a happy occasion. The Three Stooges are being recognized for their achievements. And just to set the record straight, this isn't the first time the Three Stooges have been recognized. In 1934, Columbia Pictures recognized their unusual talents and signed them to a contract which lasted 24 years. That same year, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences gave recognized them with one of the highest honors any actor can receive, an Academy Award nomination for their film, Men in Black. Calling Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard. For 22 consecutive years, the Association of Motion Picture Exhibitors presented them with the Laurel Award for top money-making two-reel short subjects. And now, in 1983, more than 20,000 Three Stooges fans from around the world heard the pleas of us, the star for the Three Stooges Committee, and Mr. Gary Owen. But this was no surprise, for the Three Stooges have touched the hearts of millions with their humor for more than half a century. The affection that their fans have for these six men is best summarized in a poem by Mark Madura, a fan in Bronzeville, Massachusetts. Mark writes, "Thank you, Mo, for being boss of the team we hold so dear, for gouging eyes and knocking heads and the kicks upon the rear. Thank you, Larry, for being there in the middle of all the schemes. Your frizzled hair and the big blue eyes kept us laughing at the seams. Thank you, Curly, for taking the brunt of all the world's bad luck. You took your slaps, but always came back with your brilliant yuck, yuck, yuck." Thank you, Shemp, for your unruly hair. Thanks, Joe, for your sissy talk. Oh, you crazy you. And thanks, Curly Joe, for your sharp wit, a wit that we love to mock. Thank you, boys. Your name lives on earth as it does above. For what are the Three Stooges but a symbol of eternal love? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
I'd like to introduce a very busy field deputy for Councilwoman Peggy Stevenson here with a very important goodie for all of you, particularly for the Three Stooges, Mr. Mark Brown. Mark, you come up.
Thank you, Gary. LA City is a very big place. There's a lot of talk that can go on. I'm going to give a very small talk. Fortunately, my boss is downtown working hard. Joe? Because, I say fortunately because I get to be here today, and I get to give this beautiful resolution that has the entire history that you've been hearing about for the last hour written here, and I am not going to repeat it. I am delighted to be here because I grew up with the Three Stooges. And like all of you who are out there, and I just happen to have this rare opportunity to be up here beside one of the Three Stooges, I went to the theaters. Mine was the Louis Pitkin in Bronzeville, New York. And then I watched them on TV. And then I heard all those people say, aggressive, no good, don't watch. But as you all can attest to being here today, it was very good. It was wonderful. And I'm going to kiss Joe Besser. On behalf of the entire City Council of the City of Los Angeles, all 15 members have signed this resolution. And the mayor of the City of Los Angeles, it is my distinct honor to share with everybody here and the entire world later tonight this wonderful occasion. Thank you. All right.
Just 1 minute and you're going to hear from Joe. Let's meet the daughter of Larry. She's here. Sure. Phyllis Fine Lamond is here with us.
It's been a long day, and I know you're all wonderful to stand out here in this heat, and it's just terrific that you came out for all that. And I think Joey said it all for all of us. I'm sure Larry, Mo, and Shirley are looking down on all this. And thank you again. Thanks to Bill Welsh in the chamber. Thanks to Gary Owen and all the wonderful people who worked on it. And listen, thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah. All right, Phyllis, thank you so much. Joe DeRita could not be here today. Gene, could you stand up here for just a moment? Gene DeRita, this is Curly Joe's wife. And a lovely lady. He sent a note. He wrote a note for all of you here today. To all Three Stooges fans around the world, I deeply regret that poor health prevents my presence today at the dedication of the Stooges Hollywood star. I am very thankful to have been one of the Stooges. I have many fond memories of working with Moe and Larry over the years or making our movies and cartoons. Besides my working partners, Larry and Moe were my friends, as is Joan Marr, Norman Marr, our producer and manager. On behalf of Moe, Larry, and myself, Curly Joe, I wish to express our thanks to our many fans for making this event possible. How very, very nice. Wishing you, he says something nice about me, but I'm not going to repeat that. I'm going to save it right here.
Special thanks to you, Gary.
Oh, Gene, thank you. Wishing all the good health and happiness, your friend, Curly Joe. Come on over here. The moment is just about here right now. It is just about here. So if Bill Welch, the president of the Hollywood Chamber, Bill Hurd, I guess it's all ready to go, isn't it? I think we're all... Joe, let's hear from Joe Besser. We have a... As you know, has done some 30 motion pictures. He is celebrating his 65th year in show business. 65 years in show business. Mr. Joe Besser of the Three Stooges.
I'm not going to say much. That there was 1, 2, 3, 4 clouds up there. And you know who was looking down at all of you wonderful people? The boys. Believe me. They love every minute of it. We'll never forget them. Never. And 2 of my years with them was one of the highlights of my career in show business. I love the boys. We had a lot of fun. And I know you had a lot of fun watching. So I'm not going to say very much anymore. Thanks a million for how wonderful you people are. You're wonderful, and we love you as much as you love us.
We're getting set for the magnificent star, the official dedication of the Three Stooges star. Will all the relatives of the Stooges come in here, please?
To the left. Hey, can you go back a little bit? To the left. Hey, Joe Welch. So we need him back a little bit. I can't see the daughter. I can't see the daughter. Cheese. More Larry 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 cheese.
Walk of Fame, the Three Stooges. Over here, Joe. Right here. Over here, Joe. Hey, Joe, baby. Hey, Joe, over here. Joe. Yeah. Hey, Joe. Joe. We love you, buddy. We love you. Yeah. Oh, you
today is Mrs. Joe Besser, who's been sitting here quietly and wonderful all day. Mrs. Besser, how are you?
I don't think you'll be able to get in. Joe.
Mrs. Joe Besser.
Because we're doing a special.
God bless you, and thank you.
Sure, I found a lot of tape. I'll give you.
Well, if we left anyone out here, it is unintentional. It's just been a wonderful, busy day. As Three Stooges fans, we love you so very much. Thank you, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all very much for this.
Tell you that all that funny business is really a lot of hard work, and comedy